welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, we are back yet again with another stream. Guys, of course, today's topic that we're going to be talking about, or tonight's topic, of course, is the rumors going around that went around last night that Marvel Studios might be recasting the character of T'Challa in the MCU for, of course, Black Panther 3, Avengers Doomsday, and I believe also Secret Wars. We have a lot to talk about. Mainly a lot of thoughts I have on top of the matter. I'm actually curious to know what your guys' take is on this, but I think that this, as you can see from the title, is a big mistake. I think if they redo this, if they recast of the character T'Challa, it will make no sense. It will make no sense on the standpoint of how we left things off, of course, in Wakanda Forever, and also kind of how we kind of left things where Marvel decided on what they were doing, which was not recasting the character of Black Panther or the character of T'Challa, but making it where T'Challa passed away in the movie and the mantle got passed down to, of course, Shuri. And where that all went, where we end up finding out at the end of the film that, you know, Nakia and also T'Challa had a kid named T'Challa. They named their kid T'Challa. So the character of T'Challa lives on in the MCU, in the universe, lives on. And we could still see plots with their kid in future movies, future shows, whatever they decide to do, future projects where that kid can become the Black Panther. I don't like the idea that this feels like they are kind of like, going in with the notion of people that feel like they are entitled and feel like, no, we want a recast of T'Challa because we do not want, and we can't help but not bring this in, we don't want Shuri as our Black Panther. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. This is what this feels like. Hi to everybody in here. Hi, Superwise. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Miguel. Nice to see you guys all in here. But this is bullshit. If this rumor is true, and mind you, I don't even know if it's true or not, I feel like this is Marvel caving in to the people feeling entitled, feeling like I want T'Challa. I don't care if it does, if I didn't like Wakanda Forever. I want them to recast T'Challa and forget about the character arcs in Wakanda Forever. It won't make sense. I'm sorry. It will not make sense. Marvel made their decision, and if they decide to do this, it just messes up character developments for our characters. Like, for instance, like Shuri becoming Black Panther and her going through her character arc to becoming Black Panther, it would ruin kind of the whole plot line of, why she did what she did to get to the point of her becoming Black Panther through T'Challa's passing, through her mother's passing, through everything to do with Namor. It would just screw everything up. It would undo the fact of Nakia and T'Challa having a baby and the baby being named T'Challa if they recast and just wipe, because it'll feel like if they recast, it'll wipe everything from Wakanda Forever just to bring the character of T'Challa back. When it's like Marvel Marvel literally did it brilliantly. How they approached Chadwick's passing, Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler, how they were able to, change direction with the story that they were going to tell before they found out about Chadwick's passing, and the story that we got, and the fact that the character of, we still got the Black Panther, the mantle got passed, but we still have future projects, future plans with their son named T'Challa, the character of T'Challa still living on and becoming the Black Panther. This just feels like, if this is true, a spit in the face. I'm sorry. And it feels like catering to the people that did not like Shuri as the Black Panther, want it their way or the highway. And I think Marvel should not cater to that. They would be undoing all the great, they would undo the great storytelling in Wakanda Forever. I love Wakanda Forever. I have my poster. I love that movie. That poster's never going anywhere. That movie means the world to me. I love that movie. And this would just undo all the great storytelling that they did in that film. Honoring Chadwick, everything they did in that film would undo all of that if they do this recast, in my personal opinion. Like, when I heard this, and I talked to Superwise about it last night, he's in the chat, I was annoyed. I was like, this feels mad disrespectful if they do this. In my personal opinion, I just feel like what Wakanda Forever came out in like 2022, and we're in 2025. Catering. This is what it feels like. It feels like catering. It feels like Marvel maybe is under the pressure of fans about, oh, we don't like, about, people not liking projects, people not liking the decisions Marvel's been making. If this is true, this feels like they're under the pressure and they're feeling the pressure, and they are trying to cater to the audience that they shouldn't cater to. If you know the character of Black Panther, of T'Challa, the we still are getting both. That's the thing that is rubbing me the wrong way. We're still getting both. That's the thing. You said Snyder says magic of the multiverse will bring this new T'Challa. I'm guessing like the Fantastic Four, he'll be merged into the soft reboot post Secret Wars. Yeah, I don't like the idea that we'll be following some multiverse T'Challa when they have a kid. T'Challa had a kid named T'Challa. So how will that? Why are we gonna? If this is true, why are we gonna follow along some multiverse T'Challa and just scrapped the story of Wakanda Forever, of the fact that they had a kid? Nakia and T'Challa had a kid named T'Challa. It makes no sense. Why would we follow some random ass T'Challa in the multiverse? And he'll just come in the merge of the universe being merged together at the end of Secret Wars in this soft reboot to what? Like it just wouldn't make sense. You're undoing a story that we have yet to see with this kid. It's like, let the story play out. Let Shuri be the Black Panther, and then let's see stories with the child growing up. You know what I mean? This is a kid that Nakia and T'Challa, both agreed on their kid, growing up outside of Wakanda, and righting the wrongs of how T'Challa lived his life of being in Wakanda, which led him, to have, problems with Killmonger, which led Killmonger to come in to make a point to T'Challa that, it's not so good being sheltered off. Look at people out there. You could be helping people. You would, in a way, be undoing kind of like, think about it. It was beautiful because that's really like T'Challa was righting the wrongs of how he was being raised through his son and Nakia, of them agreeing on having his son outside of Wakanda to grow up, to be a better, king, or to be a better person, but to become a better king and to become a good Black Panther. They would be undoing all that to cater to a multiverse T'Challa coming in and being the lead in Black Panther 3, which I don't like the idea of that at all. I just don't like it. I think it's a terrible mistake. If this is true, I don't like it. Reading the chat, you said this is disrespectful. Yeah, it is. Like it would be disrespectful. Like the must be a dream. That's what I'm saying. You said nope, I'm sorry. If anybody hates me for this, nobody can replace them. I'm sorry. Literally go over there and make sure the scripture does not add the and actually you guys are not replacing him. That's what, trust me, I wish this was a dream. Now, this better not be true. That's what I'm saying, Miguel. I'm hoping it's not true. I really don't think they're going to recast. Feige is probably writing movies for 2030. At this point, it's too late. You said, we know Ryan Coogler is back for Black Panther 3, so I guess this new multiverse T'Challa will raise a little T'Challa, or little T'Challa will somehow age up and we follow him. I'm hoping that, Superwise. I'm hoping we follow Kid T'Challa becoming the king of Wakanda, but also becoming the new, mantle person for the Black Panther, to take up the mantle of the Black Panther. I want that to be the case. I said that in a perfect world, we could get that. I don't want it to feel rushed. If it makes sense in the storyline where like somehow there's a year jump or something like that, or 3-year jump, a 2-year jump, I don't know, to make it to the point where they want to start stories with Kid T'Challa, I am fine with that. I don't like the idea that we would be following a multiversal T'Challa to be our T'Challa in the 616, in being the forefront of a Black Panther 3 when we have Shuri as the Black Panther, and I want to see where her story goes, and we also have Kid T'Challa, and I want to see where his story goes. It just doesn't make any sense, and it feels like catering to the fans that Marvel should not cater to. Fans. And the reason I'm saying fans is because I don't think the people that are saying recast, I don't think are fans, to be honest. In my personal opinion, I don't think are fans. Clearly probably didn't like Wakanda Forever. And I'm not to say probably, I feel like this is what it feels like. I feel like the people are saying do this did not like Wakanda Forever and want them to scrap it. But if they scrap it and they bring back the character of T'Challa, you would be undoing a death in a movie, which would feel very, very weird, in my personal opinion. It wouldn't make any sense. And I think that they did it very responsibly. Marvel, how they approached Kevin and Ryan Coogler, how they approached Black Panther 2. They approached it very, very respectfully, and they did a beautiful honor for Chadwick Boseman in that film. Like everybody involved really honored Chadwick very, very amazingly in Wakanda Forever. And I just feel like it would tarnish it if they decided to do this. And also people couldn't help but like, not see it. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't see someone just, a recast of somehow them bringing back T'Challa and he's just alive and like, we just are going to follow that person and act like Wakanda Forever didn't happen, and really it's beyond a script. It's beyond the movie. It's like everybody that worked on that film, that was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and it's like you recasting and bringing him back, and this feels like sort of again with no context. The recast feels like it feels like that they are just like wanting to undo Wakanda Forever. You know what I mean? It just feels like that without thinking about the multiverse, without thinking about whatever. It just feels like it's just disrespectful. The fact that they would want to bring back somebody after how they did Wakanda Forever, and the meaning that everybody put in their heart literally put their heart and soul into that second movie to honor Chadwick's death. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it would just be really, really disrespectful in my personal opinion. And I really, really hope that they actually either because I said it's bound to happen. We'll get a multiverse, Black Panther in Doomsday in Secret Wars. I'm fine with that, but I don't want to him be the focal point of a Black Panther 3 and be the main Black Panther of 616 after Secret Wars. I don't want it. I want to follow along with Shuri. I want to follow along with T'Challa and Nakia's son. I want to follow those stories. I do not want to follow some random ass Black Panther coming from the multiverse that, makes his way to the forefront of a Black Panther 3. I don't want it. I really, really don't. I think it's catering, and that's kind of my stance on it. You said Nate Moore leaving Marvel Studios is interesting timing, as he was not keen on recasting. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit weird. You know what I mean? I thought that was a little bit weird, and since you're saying this, it kind of feels like maybe this is true, and I would hate to think that this is true. Ever since he died, yeah. I said no one can replace the legend of Black Panther. That's what I'm saying. The character of T'Challa, I wouldn't even say no one can be a good replacement for Black Panther, because in the story, and this is the beautiful part, is that in the comics, Shuri takes over as Black Panther. That isn't just something Marvel just decided to do. It wasn't in the comics. Marvel was faithful to the comics, and that's what happened. Things were tweaked, of course, but yes, Shuri takes over the mantle of King, but also Black Panther in the comics. That happens. So the thing is that that's the thing that's throwing me off, is that yeah, like no, I feel like no one could do a better portrayal, and no one else was T'Challa besides Chadwick Boseman. He was T'Challa. He embodied T'Challa. He embodied Black Panther. But in the standpoint, I thought it was beautiful that, again, to continue the story and to continue the legacy of Black Panther, Shuri took the mantle. The Black Panther lives literally was the tagline of Wakanda Forever, was the Black Panther lives. The Black Panther does live within Shuri. She is now the Black Panther, but also they opened the door saying that this isn't the end of T'Challa. They had a child, and they named their child T'Challa. T'Challa still lives on, and the legacy of that character still lives on through their child. You see how that was beautiful? I just don't see, they couldn't have done it better. And I don't like when people act like Wakanda Forever was not a beautiful way to kind of it couldn't have been done any more beautifully than it was. You know what I mean? To honor Chadwick and to kind of to also honor the fact that he wanted, if anything were to happen to him, he wanted them to recast. In a way, they didn't. They said we won't recast, but your character will still live on. The mantle always gets passed to different people, but the character of T'Challa still lives on. Beautifully in the story with them having a child, his character still lives on. That was beautiful. Beautiful. The best way Marvel could have done it, where some random isn't coming in as a recast and we just have to accept it just because some people want it. This was beautiful. It just made sense. You guys understand what I'm saying? Is that it was a beautiful way to honor Chadwick Boseman saying that I want you guys to still, I want the character to still live on. I want Black Panther, I want T'Challa to still live on. They are both thriving right now in the MCU. Thriving. Both, but like the mantle will still get passed, and eventually probably will get passed to T'Challa, Kid T'Challa, and then he will become Black Panther, but also King, and the character will still live on for future projects. People, I feel like, also just don't want to wait. That's another thing. People don't want to wait. People don't like character development. People don't like things to make sense. People just want things. And again, I think those people that just want shit, they think they're entitled. That's how I think. You said, was it like they can literally add Kid, Black Panther, Young Avengers? Yeah, they could. Team, like we can like add new young heroes even if they're not part of the original comics. There's so much potential with him. Exactly. Thank you, Miguel. A lot of pro recasts casters pushed a boycott of Wakanda Forever without giving it a chance. Like, that's my problem. That's another thing, is a lot of people that boycotted Wakanda Forever because they wanted them to recast because they didn't like the, because I'm sorry, it had everything to do with the fact that they did not want Shuri as the Black Panther. I feel like those are the people that are still saying right now, I mean, come on, that are saying right now, recast, about damn time. The same people that are covering this news that are saying it's about damn time are the same people that either A, boycotted Wakanda Forever because they didn't want Shuri to become Black Panther, and didn't like and didn't even give the movie a shot to see that T'Challa still lives on through their child and the mantle can get passed to him. And two, are the same people that saw the movie that still like no, and just didn't even like focus on the movie on what it must have meant for all the actors to have to still go through with the movie. And they said, let's do this to honor our brother. They're not even thinking from that perspective. They're just thinking from, they're probably not even thinking of the story of how beautiful the story was of Wakanda Forever. They're probably was just sitting in their seat thinking, they should have recasted. They should have recasted. They should have recast. That's probably what they were thinking. They probably weren't even thinking of the characters, thinking of the actors playing the characters, of really what that movie meant. And are probably are the ones saying finally now, oh, about time. I don't want Marvel to cater to those people. I do not. I don't. I really don't. It's just mad disrespectful. You said if this soft reboot happens after Secret Wars, I definitely see Feige wanting to bring back OG Avengers, recasting them and creating the large Marvel universe with Fantastic Four and X-Men. People didn't like Sam being Captain America. Perfect. That's exactly. I just talked about this with my sister, Otto. Thank you for bringing this also up. People still to this day are saying people are saying bring back Steve Rogers. Bring back Steve Rogers. Recast. Bring back Steve Rogers. Because Sam took up the mantle of Captain America. Are the same people that were all like, I'm not going to watch this because they're not, they didn't recast and I don't want Shuri as Black Panther. I'm sorry. That's these people. That's the people that are saying recast. I'm sorry. I don't see anybody that isn't on that side of having a weird agenda and they don't like the idea of, people taking up other mantles, you know what I mean? Because they don't read comics. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. It's really, really weird to me. And I'm going to be honest, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I really hope that this isn't the case. Like I said, T'Challa still lives on in the MCU as Kid T'Challa, as the son of T'Challa and Nakia. and the Black Panther mantle still lives on. What more do you guys want? You guys want really them to bring a character that's dead in the MCU, bring him back to life in the MCU, and forget about Wakanda Forever and the storytelling of Wakanda Forever to cater the fact that you want. Because also people are saying we don't want second. I forget what people are saying. Like we don't want T'Challa too. And I'm like, I don't get what that means. Like they don't want Kid T'Challa, like, or they don't want a recast T'Challa. I'm totally a part of the fact that they're saying we don't want recast T'Challa. I totally agree with them, because I couldn't tell what they were saying when they said that we don't want T'Challa too. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, because they're, you know what I mean? Because when I think of T'Challa too, I think of Kid T'Challa. That's what I think of, and I want that. You said, you know, Sam being Captain America just wants Steve back. Exactly. That's exactly it. Again, it's a mantle. Black Panther and Captain America are mantles that get passed down. People that read comics know this and are probably the ones not complaining, but the people that don't read comics, that, I'm sorry, aren't fans because they think fucked up ways, are, you know, the ones saying that, oh, we want to recast and we want Steve back. Like, no, we don't cater to that. No. You said Snyder went on to say that Marvel actually offered an actor the role shortly after RDJ Doomsday. I did hear about that announcement, but he turned it down. Seems like this is happening soon. Yeah, I heard you say that it could have been Boyega. And if it was Boyega, I'm glad that he turned it down, because Boyega knows that no actor wants to, even finds it disrespectful to go into that role after what Chadwick, how much he, you know, how much he was that character. No one wants to just go into that role when Chadwick set a high bar. And a lot of people find it disrespectful and find it that they did it beautifully, Wakanda Forever. No one wants to do that. That's the thing. People also aren't thinking from, actors don't want to do that because they find it would be disrespectful, and they left it beautifully. And Chadwick set a high bar. There are people like fans aren't even thinking from an actor standpoint. No one would want to do. I said I wouldn't want to do it. I said if I got the offer to be the next, you know, to be the next T'Challa and a part of this recast, I would say I can't do it. You know what I mean? I would be like, I can't do that. That was Chadwick Boseman's role. He set a high bar. I don't want to touch it. You guys left it beautifully. You guys made a beautiful decision not to recast, but you guys are keeping the character alive in the MCU through his child. And if you ever want to do a future project, you can say it's his child and T'Challa lives on. The right way of a recast. I wouldn't want to touch it. It just seems too, I couldn't do it. You said if Captain America Brave New World underperforms, I feel like Marvel might also course correct and bring back, if they bring back Steve Rogers. I said this, I don't like the idea of a soft reboot, because you are catering to the fans that don't like to follow along, the ones that don't care for character development, the ones that they want things to be endgame every time when that's not the case, and don't understand comics, where you're gonna have movies and shows that you don't like, maybe might not be your cup of tea, and that's fine. If I don't like the idea of a soft reboot, it feels like catering to the people that are like, oh, there's too much content, I'm too lazy to keep up. That's a you problem. That's a you problem. All the projects aren't even connected. You can pick and choose. Also, guess what? There's a thing called YouTube. New rock stars, they cover stuff that if you don't want to go watch the movie, they'll fill you in for the next project. Don't cater to the fans that don't want to put in the work. I honest to God, I've kind of like had it up to here, and I've thought about this stuff for a while, is because it's annoying. It feels like catering to people that are lazy, and also catering to people that want it their way or the highway and they feel entitled. That's what it feels like. For the sake of story, for character arcs, story arcs, and like direction for where they want the MCU to go. Just on that small, minute group of people that want it their way or the highway. That's what it feels like. You said Demson Edris and Aldius Hodge, if I butchered their names, I'm sorry. Both voice interest in playing the character. So I feel like those are likely. I think, again, if it's not the son, I don't want it. That's the thing. If it's not the son, I do not want it. And that's where I'm at. I think it is catering to the fans that Marvel should not cater to. I think it is. And because those fans aren't thinking logically, and they just didn't like Wakanda Forever. If they recast T'Challa and it's like you'll have like a kid T'Challa walking around with a T'Challa here as the main forefront. How does that make sense? I want someone to tell me how it makes sense. If they recast T'Challa, we're gonna have little kid T'Challa walking around. When you know what I mean, there was a storyline right there to cater to fans that want T'Challa back. At the sake of a good story with Wakanda Forever and people putting their blood, sweat, and tears to honor their brother in that movie. While Kevin and Ryan Coogler made a beautiful story to honor Chadwick's, honor Chadwick's wishes of keeping the character of T'Challa and Black Panther alive, which they did. They did both of those things. Kid T'Challa and Shuri being Black Panther, and the possibility of the mantle being passed down to the child. I'm thinking logically here. If you want this, you're not thinking logically. I'm just saying you're not. Like that. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't like when people don't just think it's entitlement. That's what it is. It's just entitlement, and they want it their way or the highway, and it's not the case. I'm thinking story logic here. It wouldn't make sense. And it would rub me the wrong way if they did a storyline where they went back in time to make it where T'Challa didn't die. That's rubbing me the wrong way. And I won't go watch that movie because I don't like that at all. So, it just no. No. And I bet you I 100% guarantee the entire cast is not okay with this. I bet you. This is not happening. I hope it's not. Miguel, I'm fully with you on this one. Hi, Jimmy bro. Hi, how's it going, bro? I hope Brave New World does great and show the fans, that Sam can be a good. Sam is a great Captain America. The people that say he's not don't even give him a chance. This is his first standalone movie, and people are already asking for Steve to come back. It's rude. It's the people that shunned Sam becoming Captain America don't read comics and have their own issues that they don't want to admit. That's just blatantly true. Again, if you don't like the character of Sam, that's fine. But also, you must not read comics to know that happens where Sam becomes Captain America. So I don't want to put too much of the blame game of like, oh, they're gonna mean that someone could be whatever. But yeah, like I mean, it just you have to one of those things where it's just that's just how things go. It was bound to happen where Sam becomes Captain America. Happens in the comics. It would happen here. You said before Chadwick died, the story of Black Panther 2 was originally about T'Challa raising his son, yes, while fighting Namor. Could have seen Coogler repurpose this with the multiverse T'Challa. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, is that I would find it weird if a multiverse T'Challa was taken care of our T'Challa's son. That's weird. That's weird to me. When Nakia's right there, when Shuri's right there, when M'Baku is right there, when was name a couple of other people, when like Riri Williams is right there. She's definitely a part of the family now of the people of Wakanda, you know what I mean? So it's like it just wouldn't make sense, and it would make me feel weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm okay with seeing a multiverse T'Challa come in for Doomsday and Secret Wars. It would be cool to see it, but I don't like the idea of making him the focal point when we have T'Challa right there, Kid T'Challa, and we have a Black Panther already. We don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need to follow a multiverse Black Panther T'Challa. I don't need it. I personally don't, and I don't want it. When I want to see stories here that we built up, like 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, officially 3 years ago. Wakanda Forever was 3 years ago. Because we're in 2025 now, and it came out in 2022. 3 years ago. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Or I guess you could say probably what, like, yeah, 4 years ago. If you want to count like 2022. 4 years ago. That's insane. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to see storylines continue. I don't want to just ignore what we did in Wakanda Forever. That, you know what I mean? Because it's catering to people that don't care about storytelling, that just want it their way. You know what I mean? It just feels it feels so like motivated. They want it their way or the highway at the sake of story arcs and character arcs. Character development. It just feels like it. You said Sam's an awesome Cap, man. Endgame passed the torch beautifully, and people still won't accept it. Exactly. I don't listen to those fans. And this is what it feels like, is Marvel's listening to the fans that have been wanting this from day one, at the sake of Wakanda Forever, at the sake of character development. Think about what Shuri went through. That would all be wiped away if we bring T'Challa back. All be wiped away. Think about, the possibilities of Kid T'Challa all wiped away. That's what it feels like from this standpoint. Because again, this can mean three different things. And mind you, this can mean three different things. It means this could mean that we're having a multiverse T'Challa in just Secret Wars and Doomsday. I'm fine with that. That's cool. But if it means him sticking around for a Black Panther 3 and beyond, I'm not okay with that. Because it means, I'm afraid they're gonna like get rid of the story that Nakia had a son named T'Challa, and get rid of the fact and push Shuri aside since she took up the mantle of Black Panther. It just feels like catering. It just feels like it. And you said Falcon and the Winter Soldier was really good. Otto, I agreed. Exactly. I thought it was good. Beautifully told. This is the problem. The fans are ungrateful. Thank you too. Ungrateful. I totally agree. And again, this is stuff I talk about with my sister, because I see this shit on Twitter, on X. I see it on Instagram. I see it on TikTok. People are ungrateful, and people want everything to be Endgame. That's never gonna happen. People had a taste of a big culmination of peak, and they want it all the time. That's never gonna happen. It was never that in the beginning. Be grateful for what we got, and be grateful for what we're getting. That's the thing. People feel entitled when they get something. They feel like, oh, we deserve this. We need this. It's my way, or I don't want it at all. That's not how things work. Like, and this is me being serious too, because I've had it. This is all people yap about online, and half these people don't even know what like that don't like the passing of the torches. That's what happens in the comics. So when you say you don't like it, that's what happens in the comics. I don't know what to tell you. It's not like Marvel is being, in their words, woke. And you know what I mean? And that's why Sam is Cap, and that's why Shuri is Black Panther. It's like, no, actually, that happens in the comics. It's not Disney being Disney, as people say. That's how things are in the comic books. Read a book. Pick up a book. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll know. So this is serious, Zach, right now. Just, you know what I mean? It's weird. You said we have had so much potential. Yeah, I related to Shuri. Yeah, about losing a loved one. Same. It hurts as a person. Yeah, bullshit. That's what I'm saying. It feels so. I'm hoping that this isn't true, because Marvel really, if this happens, I just feel like they're letting all the haters win. They're letting the haters win. That's just what it is. They're letting the haters win, and they're giving the people that are fans, giving them what they want. It's weird. I think the MCU has lost a lot of good leads with Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Sam Wilson, but I don't think Feige is feeling the... Wait, you said I think the MCU has a lot of good leads with... Yeah, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Sam Wilson. I don't think Feige is feeling the missing energy of RDJ and Chris Evans, hence potentially soft rebooting that. I don't want it. That's the thing, is that Kevin Feige, and I love Kevin Feige, he's the GOAT. He needs to know that there are people, fans like me, fans like you, Miguel, fans like you, Superwise, and everybody in here, Otto, Jimmy, if you're still in here, and Bethany, we're here for good storytelling. We're here for storytelling that parts of storytelling that happens in the comics and stuff that they just come up with the great people in the storyboard room and the people that work at Marvel Studios. I am perfectly fine with us not having, it was bound to end with Chris Evans as Steve Rogers as Captain America. It was a beautiful ending to that character where it made sense where Sam would pick up the mantle. Things have barely gotten started yet. Like I said, this is Sam's first movie, and people just are writing everything off. Everything post Endgame, people have been writing everything off, and those aren't fans. I'm sorry. They were riding the high of Endgame, and they're just not satisfied with anything. I hear complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. Not even like good critical complaints, just complaining. And it's like you're not a fan. Because I'm sorry, and I'm going to count, I don't know these people's names on YouTube. Again, this is a very respectable channel. There are channels you'll find out there that hate. That's all they spread. About Marvel, mainly Marvel. Those are the fans that want the recast to happen. 100%. 100%. No doubt about it. I bet you if I look up their videos right now, they'll be like, oh, yeah, about time. They're not fans. I'm sorry. There's a lot of, it's in the Star Wars community, it's in the DC community, it's in the Marvel community. Not. Definitely not. All hate. You can have a critique about something, but when you're just hating everything because it's not Endgame, and again, that's what everybody always talks about is that, oh, it's not Endgame, it's not this, it's not that. You're never going to be happy. You're going to have bad projects, you're going to have good projects. You got to also not be in the mindset of, oh, everything's going to suck. There's a lot of people out there that do that. Like, oh, this is going to suck. Oh, this is going to suck. Oh, this is going to suck. It's like, just watch a trailer, and then maybe if the trailer interests you, watch it. And maybe if the trailer doesn't interest you, then it's just not for you. I've had that happen where I watch the trailer, I'm like, oh, it's not for me. I'm going to skip out on this. It doesn't look like my cup of tea. That's fine. But when people will go out of their way and just like hate on something continuously without watching a trailer, or they watch a trailer and they still continuously post hate, you're not a fan. It's weird. You said, was it, let's go back a little bit. You said Sam not good, Shuri not good. It's like whenever we get something good, the new the new people think that they have audacity to attack this. Not okay at all. Yeah, not okay at all. What? So whatever. Exactly. I usually say whatever to them because it's like, and you said, and the haters are just trying to ruin the Marvel legacy. Exactly. That's what they do. You said maybe the post credit, the post Secret Wars, they just mix the worlds together. That's what I think that they're gonna do. But I don't think we need. I would be okay with not seeing a multiverse Black Panther that comes in to be, you know what I mean, to even come into our 616. And maybe he goes back to his universe. I don't know. I just don't want some other Black Panther to be the focal point when we have people here that I want to see storylines continue. But you said worlds will mix together, say the New World timeline, and Fantastic Four and X-Men was always in the timeline, and keep the MCU timeline the same. Okay, yeah. J90 Low, again, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. About time recast, make the new ones sad. The actor gone. Wait, you said about time recast the new ones and ones sad the actor gone, but continue the story and make them movies. That's the thing, is that we have T'Challa in the MCU. We have him. Doing a recast makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. They're not. I really don't know if they're talking about like bringing him back to life and forgetting the kid there, or they're saying recast, meaning that they're recasting to not maybe not bringing that same kid, but recast to bring in a new person to then become to be the older T'Challa. That would make more sense. I'm not gonna lie, Marvel gotta come out and like specify if this is true. So to clarify, because I honestly don't know what they're saying in this. If they're saying just bring bro back to life, I don't want that. Like in the movie, if they're saying bring him back in the MCU, or this our same T'Challa, but bring him back recast, I don't want it. Now if they're saying a recast, meaning that they're gonna get a different actor than played the kid before and make him older, I'm okay with that. That's cool. They gotta specify, because this is so confusing. I don't know. So that's what I'm saying is I don't know, but this is what it sounds like. They are just doing what I don't want them to do, just recasting entirely, and bringing him back to life somehow, or doing whatever. I don't know, but I'm not okay with it. So yeah, I'm not down with that. And you said I think Brave New World has to perform well because the Marvels. That's the thing, is that I like the Marvels. People that again have agendas didn't want to go watch the movie because God forbid we have women on screen. They don't like it. I'm sorry, and I'm bringing that in because you can't not bring it in, because there are weird people out there that say MCU. Because what we had, we had a story with three female characters that makes sense. You're saying that like people don't make sense. It's like you do you say that in the comics? Because there's comics like that. So like with women leads, do you say it then? It's like those. I'm sorry, but those people are dumb that say shit like that, because it's like they don't at that point they don't know anything, and then they just have an agenda. You said bombed, and Captain Marvel is getting no more movies, which is sad because I would like to see another Captain Marvel movie after the Marvels. Because Brie Larson's really coming into the character, I feel like, and really being comfortable with the character, and I really find that her best performance was definitely in the Marvels. It sucks we'll never get another movie because people just want to bomb stuff. You said more movies, and if Sam can't draw in the box office, fans should fear that the soft reboot could do. Yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. Maybe the new ones will be way cooler. Maybe the new ones will be way cooler. What are we talking about? Like maybe the new ones, like what? Like I don't like, again, because think about it. If we soft reboot and we bring Steve Rogers back, Captain America back, what does that mean for characters like Sam? That is Captain America. What does that mean? Was Sam gonna be like, okay, Steve's back. Shuri, okay, T'Challa's back. To cater to bullshit. That's what it feels like. Bullshit. It's just bullshit, dude. I don't see how people could be excited for that. It's like we just got these characters in these roles, and you wanted to what? Like bring Iron Man back. What does that mean for? I'm sorry, but I'm excited for Ironheart. She might not fill the void of Tony Stark. I love Iron Man. He's cool. But I what like, and Shuri's, I mean, and Riri's supposed to kind of be the answer to having another Iron Man around. Same with Rhodey. What, Tony comes back? We're if anything, that feels like just redoing how we started. So it's like we're not even going to see things progress. We're just going back to cater to the people that left, that couldn't get off the train of Endgame and actually see things being built up again. That's what it feels like. You said scared they do merge in all the worlds because the rumor is Hugh Jackman staying post soft reboot is not good, and I will have a major problem with it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want Hugh Jackman to stay post Secret Wars, because what does that mean for our Wolverine, our MCU Wolverine, our Wolverine, my Wolverine? Don't get me wrong, I love Hugh Jackman. He was my Wolverine at one point, but I want my Wolverine in the MCU. I want Taron. That's what I'm saying. People get so stuck in nostalgia. People get so stuck in kind of like having favorite characters where they don't like characters being. I'm worried that like people get attached to Peter Parker and then don't want Miles, because there are people out there that still hate Miles Morales. So it's just it feels like I don't want the MCU to then cater to people that that call themselves fans but aren't fans. You see what I'm saying? I don't want it. And I feel like that's what's my worst fear is my worst fear, because at that point it's like you're bringing in so much hate and you're letting in the people that hate and spread hate essentially control how you make things, which isn't the right way to run something. Letting people that have bad intentions that call themselves fans try to run stuff and make you run your company because you're catering. It just doesn't, I don't like the idea of that. Um he said, and the worst part of this is true. It's going to fail at the box. It will. I'm not. I won't. I won't be entertaining the fact of supporting this recast if they do it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Um, and I tell the truth here. I'm telling you guys, I won't go and go support something if they do this, because I don't find it right for them to do this. You said, yeah, is at the box office and not going to perform well. Yeah, My Time to Shine Hello ain't a good scooper anymore, but she claims T'Challa will be aged up and will be the main Black Panther. So there's that. I did hear that, bro. I'm glad you said that, because I did see that and I was kind of like, woo. I was like, I'm kind of glad, My Time to Shine is saying this, but as you said before, My Time to Shine Hello is very not reputable anymore, which sucks because that gave me a sigh of relief. But I remembered what you said, and it's like, well, I can't go off that to be kind of like, oh, we're okay. But I'm really, really hoping that My Time to Shine is actually correct, and Marvel is not catering to fans. So they can bring back T'Challa, but not Wanda. So they can bring back T'Challa, but not Wanda. That's what it feels like. When Elizabeth Olsen, like, she has a clear, her character of Wanda clearly didn't die, and clearly is in the magic of it all. And if she did die, she can come back to life, and we wouldn't bat an eye because it makes sense. It makes sense. She's the Scarlet Witch. It would make sense. But this just when you do a story like Wakanda Forever, and you make it where the Mantle still lives, and it's about someone like the character of Shuri going through what she went through, of losing a brother, losing a mother, not knowing what to do, getting taking the heart-shaped herb, doing what she was about to do, and realizing, okay, this isn't the right way, and then kind of getting a win back, a win after two losses, getting a win by finding out my son, my brother left a son, and his name is T'Challa. I kind of gained, a brother again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I kind of got like I lost, but I got back what I lost. You're undoing all that, and it just I can't roll with it. I can't. Wakanda Forever means the world to me. That movie, it was beautiful, beautiful. And when people, I just don't. When people were saying that, oh, some people were saying like, oh, we should have saw, T'Challa die in the film. A lot of people said that, and it was like, are you out of your mind? I was like, no. I thought they did it the best way they could. Seeing that, I would have walked out. If I would have saw that and that's how they dealt with the character going out in the film, I would not have been able to do it. I would have been like, that's disrespectful. I would have walked out. I thought what they did was the best way they could. And I just thought what they did to kind of reconfiguring the story was the best that they could do, and I think they did it beautifully. And just doing this feels like they're trying to undo what they did to cater. That's what it feels like. You said, yeah, I don't like that people on YouTube are saying that Doomsday and Secret Wars will have the same ending and story like Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that people just assume, and it's not good to assume stuff like that. And again, it's just people are still, I don't know. I agree with you. I agree with you though, because we don't know how it could go. We don't know. Going back to Nate Moore before he got fired, he was saying Sam Wilson's journey was just the beginning, but now he's gone, so who knows what that means. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. There's not enough people. That's why I've said it. I'm gonna say it right now. That's why it's so important for actual fans to critique stuff. You can critique stuff, but also show support. If you don't like something, that's fine. Tell them, but don't be one of those people that hate because you're going and you're becoming a part of that fandom that we don't want them to have power. Part of the fandom. Like, no, we don't want them to have that kind of power where they feel like they, because at the end of the day, they root for the MCU to fail. That's those fans root for the MCU to fail. That's why we gotta speak out. That's why we gotta root for these characters. I'm gonna be seeing Brave New World. I'm gonna be going to support that movie. I'm so excited to see Sam's story continue. Hell, I might even see it 3 times to make sure we can get those box office numbers up, because I want to see that story, his story, continue. I don't want Marvel thinking that, because the haters are boycotting and stuff like that, and they're paying attention to those numbers. That's why it's when it's a numbers game of, oh, it bombed at the box office. Yeah, it bombed because of the people that call themselves fans, but they're not, and they're rooting for the MCU to fail. That's why it's so important for fans to actually go out and support. Because I want to see storylines continue. I want to see the MCU still be as great as it is, and be greater than what it is now. Like, there's so much potential. There's so many great potential stories that we could be getting, but it's all the people that just, I feel like I feel like now, if this is true, they're listening to the hating people than the people that actually are here to see good stories and see these characters, progress. It's sad. Apparently, Boseman's family is gonna give input on casting this new T'Challa, according to Snyder's thoughts. Okay, thoughts. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm glad that they're at. If the rumors are true of them getting their opinion, that's awesome. But I hope it's for kid. I hope it's for the T'Challa that we have of T'Challa's son, T'Challa. I hope it's that. I really, really hope it's that. This sounds cruel, but should we bully Marvel to not recast T'Challa? This sounds cruel, but should we bully Marvel to not? No, we shouldn't. I mean, if they do it, they do it. But I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to support it though, because I just don't see. I don't see. Just I'm thinking on how much I love these stories and how much I love how Wakanda Forever ended. It ended on such a beautiful note where I was like, okay, like I cried when Nakia went up to Shuri and said, this is my son. And then we said, what's your name? And he said, my name is T'Challa. I cried. I was like, beautiful. A way to keep the character alive through his son. It feels like they're not thinking from that. Unless it is, that's what they're talking about on recasting. They're thinking about recasting an older dude to play the son of T'Challa. I'm okay with that. I don't know what this entails, but I just don't want it to entail the thing I'm afraid of, which is just a recast and they bring the character back. It feels like back to life. You know what I mean? Because I feel like because think about it, let's talk about that for a minute. If it's not for Kid T'Challa to be older, and if it's not for a multiverse T'Challa, let's think of it on the fact of what it says. Recast T'Challa. Do you think that they would bring the character back to life? Let's talk about that. I would hope not, because that would be really like at that point you couldn't help but say you're trying to undo Wakanda Forever. Like, that's what this is feeling like without reading like, oh, multiverse or whatever like that. And I just don't like the idea of, again, even if we're through in the multiverse, we're forgetting that he has a kid named T'Challa. So we're gonna have 2 T'Challas walking around. I know, because I think even before, I don't even know if they were gonna still go with the fact of if Chadwick was still alive and they did do Black Panther 2. I don't even know if they would name in the story, if they would have named his kid T'Challa, would have named his kid T'Challa. It probably would have been something else. So you gotta think from that standpoint. We're gonna have two T'Challas walking around, or they just scrap the fact and we ignore the fact that T'Challa had a kid, and we bring in multiverse T'Challa and start from scratch. Those are the worries that I'm worried about, and those are the worries that I feel like, from what I'm hearing here, it makes me feel like it are possible. That's kind of what I'm scared about, honestly. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Brave New World. Apparently a 2 hour, 15-minute movie. We're there. Oh, we there. I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's go. No way they'd bring the character. That's what I'm saying. I'm 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 hoping not. I'm hoping not, because man, if they do that, I would I would be appalled. Um the type of heat Marvel would be under. That's what I'm saying, bro. But you can't help but think this is what it sounds like when people say about time and stuff like that. I'm getting weird, and again, you can't help but think that about the hate Wakanda Forever got. You can't help but think that, like, what if they do that? Like, I don't know if I could look at Marvel the same if they did that. Quite honestly, I don't know. That's my worst fear. That is my worst fear. Uh, yeah, and yeah, under would be immeasurable. Feel like the only two options are multiverse, recast, or a grown T'Challa. Too. I'm hoping grown T'Challa too. Fingers crossed for that, guys. Like I said, I had to get this off my chest, because that's just, I'm scared at the fact that we could be dealing with bringing back to life the character, or a multiverse, being the multiverse T'Challa being the main forefront when we have Kid T'Challa there, and we still got Shuri as the Black Panther. I just feel like we're not also thinking about the fact that what would that mean for Shuri as Black Panther if we have a multiverse Black Panther popping in and him being the main forefront of Black Panther 3. It feels like you can't help but say it. Marvel was looking at people and how people were taking it on the fact of the mantle being passed to Shuri, not liking it, boycotting the film. You can't help but to feel that Shuri would take the back seat of Black Panther 3. She wouldn't be the main forefront, which I think is stupid. I think that's a terrible mistake. I like the idea of seeing now Shuri has the mantle. She's out and about. She's staying with Nakia, staying with T'Challa, and I believe Nakia and little T'Challa were living in Haiti, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, where she was, Nakia was helping her son grow up, to make the right choices, to then become to have the mantle of king and go to Wakanda and take the mantle of Black Panther, but also take the mantle of king. These are stories I want to see, and I feel like if we bring a multiverse Black T'Challa in here, it's just throwing a wrench in all that, and you can't help but then people be like, oh, let's focus on this person more, let's forget about all that. Like, that's what people are gonna say. That's what fans are gonna want. Like, I don't want it. You said also very important to bring up, Snyder is not a comic book fan like us. He typically confused by the lingo of lore, and so this could very well be blown out of proportion. Okay, yeah. I like how they never did T'Challa What If episode after season 1. Same. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if they wanted to do a What If one, I think I'd be okay with that, because it would be in the multiverse. Like I said, I'm not opposed to seeing a multiverse Black Panther in Secret Wars named T'Challa. I'm fine with that. It's the multiverse, that's fine. But to make that person a forefront character, to cater to people that want T'Challa now and want T'Challa Black Panther, and want to forget about Shuri becoming Black Panther, and don't want Shuri being Black Panther anymore, that's what I have a problem with. And it also, doing that, like, prevents storylines with the kid T'Challa becoming the king, the ruler of Wakanda, and also becoming the Black Panther. It's just all feels like it's all at the loss of all that if this multiverse Black Panther comes in to be the main forefront. That's what I'm worried about, because I'm thinking from the story standpoint. I'm thinking from that. Logically, I don't see how it would work. Now, mind you, I'm still going to give it a chance. If this ends up being true, I don't like the idea of it. If it ends up being true of multiverse Black Panther being the main forefront, I'm going to see how it goes. but I'm not rolling with it. I'm not rocking with it. If I'm not. Um I like, yeah, you said I have no words. I don't know, feel the same with them doing this. I just don't know. I feel the same with them doing this. Yeah. This you said the relatability I had for Shuri is not going to be because of the haters. Yeah. I mean, because you can't help but think if Multiverse T'Challa comes in here, Shuri's definitely taking the back seat. She's definitely not going to be our Black Panther, and it's sad because, like I said, I really loved what they did, and they're catering to people that don't read comics, and they're catering to people that clearly don't like women leads. I mean, you can't help but. I mean, that's the thing, is that people can say what they want about me bringing it up, but you can't help but not bring it in when we know how much people hate on when whether it could be it's a black female lead, a black man lead, or a female lead, or a people that weird people have problems with it, and it's you can't help but not bring it in, and I feel like you're just catering to that. The truth of all this is that Coogler puts everything he had into Wakanda Forever, exactly, and confirmed to T'Challa to I would, you said, and commented committed to, yeah, T'Challa too. I do think the end game with all this is grown up T'Challa, the best, yeah, the best course. I hope so, bro. I hope so. I'm totally. That's where I'm coming from. I want that. I want that. I don't want the other two options that I just feel like is the turn of the worst. But I want Little Kid T'Challa. I want this to be a recast for Little Kid T'Challa to be a grown up. Fingers crossed. Please let it be the case. That's where I want it to be that so bad. Um, but you said I think the worst case out of all this is that you're not gonna get Shuri as Black Panther. Yeah, but much longer, especially if they want this T'Challa this T'Challa 2 up and running by Doomsday. That's the thing. I don't know how. I don't know how, and I need someone to tell me this. How is little kid T'Challa, if this is what it's for, supposed to grow up that fast? Because we know that not many years are flying by to Doomsday in Secret Wars. That's another worry I have. How are they going to do it? I said maybe this is a future T'Challa coming back to maybe give someone a message, or I don't know. Then we have two T'Challas walking around, Kid T'Challa and future Kid T'Challa that then became adult. That makes no sense. This is the dangers we're running into. I'm putting all of the cards on the table with this, of all sort of possibilities that I just don't see working out unless this is even the Kid T'Challa thing right now. I feel like is a stretch because I don't know how they're going to age him up in that time span. I just don't see it happening. I don't see how it's possible unless bro takes something to age quick. I don't know. Like, who knows? This also is a bit. This also is a. This also a bit racist to the fellow Africans like me. Yeah, you know what I mean, bro? Like, yeah, yeah. Shane Shooter, yeah, Shane Shooter. That's how you pronounce. At first, I was cool with them recasting, but now that they've established his son and Shuri, I want them to roll with this. That's what I'm saying. I want them to roll with that too. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's so many stories to be told. That's why I'm upset about this because it feels just you can't help but feel just like disrespected as a fan, disrespected as it feels like they're listening to so-called fans, the ones that hate, the ones that want it their way. You just can't help but feel like and also just feel like disrespected on the fact of you know what I mean of how they're doing this. I just feels just I have just so many feelings. Yeah, that's the big question. Last we saw him, he was like 6 years old. Only thing I was reminded of was the quantum tunnel. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, that Scott used. Yeah, he did age him up. It did age him up. Might be a way they do it. That's a good point. That's a good point, bro. Shit. I mean, but they fixed that because Tony fixed all that when he came in and he made the quantum bracelets. So I don't know. I don't know. Would it feel like okay, like you fixed like you know what I mean? Is that too faulty as a plot line because Tony fixed that problem? So it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know. But you make a good point. They could use that, but it's like you can't now because Tony fixed that issue. It's a good point though. About the quantum tunnel when Scott used it, it did age him up and down. That is true. You said they didn't like She-Hulk. Yeah, breaking the fourth wall exactly when she does that in the comics. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Um, and again, if you don't like She-Hulk from the standpoint of it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But when people are bringing we don't like how she's breaking the fourth wall, that's in the comics. Or we don't like it's about her and it's about her being a lawyer. That's her in the comics. I mean, if you don't like She-Hulk as a character, that's fine. But when people are going out of their way hating on it every week, those are the fans that are wanting this. So that's what it feels like. Um, you said, yeah, but okay, with Deadpool to do it, yeah, with Deadpool to do the fourth wall breaking, exactly. And plus, the worst part of this is that all those times with Shuri and T'Challa is all going to be out the window. Exactly. What about all the time they spent? Like, I'm worried that they're gonna like scrap it all and be like, forget it. Like it's like no, no, like no. You do have the same winter. You said writer of Endgame, so he could bring back some plot devices. That's true. This is how we get the aging up of and younger, yeah, the aging up and younger T'Challa with Deemson Idris, or I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, or John David Washington or Boyega. Yes, that is true. If the same person is writing Endgame and does this, he could use it as a plot device. That is very, very well true. Very interested on how they plan to do this. Same, because it's like it's either way. This is going to be a win lose for everybody. The way I'm looking at it is it's going to be a win lose for everybody. I'm to be honest. I hope this is a loss for the people that want to recast because I don't want it unless this is for Kid T'Challa to get older and we still get to see Shuri be Black Panther for a while. That's the best case scenario. I'm really hoping for that case scenario because I want both of them running around being Black Panthers. That'd be dope as shit. I would be down for that. But yeah, I don't know. Time will tell, guys. Time will tell. I just want to come on here and give my thoughts. Thank you for everybody, letting me know your thoughts. At the end of the day, this is just my personal opinion on how I'm feeling about it. We'll see what they do. But yeah, the worst cases and the worst cases, which I hope don't happen, is them bringing him back to life, which what Marvel should be under fire for if they do that, and also multiverse T'Challa like making it where Kid T'Challa and Shuri don't even have character arcs anymore. So that's the other worst case scenario. But we'll see how things play out. We definitely will. You said it's comics, and the age doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. I'm cool with him being 13 or 14. I'm cool with that too. If they want to make him 13 or 14, cool. Bet he doesn't even have to be a grown man. I'm perfectly fine by that. If we want to have Kid T'Challa Black Panther running around, that's dope as shit. I'm not complaining at all. If they want to do that, that's sick. I'm with you on that. Shane Shooter, let me know if that's your name and I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I'm not. I'm with you on that, Shane. I agree. That'd be dope. In the next few movies, if they age him like 13 or 14, that's cool. We'd have young teen T'Challa Black Panther running around kicking ass. I'm down with that. And then eventually he can be that person that takes over to be the king of Wakanda, and then can take over the mantle when he gets older. I'm down with that. That'd be fire. Miguel, that you said this is the worst. This is worse than the old Sonic model. Oh yeah, bro, it might be. I think you're right on that one. Definitely is because there's a lot to lose here if this isn't done right. There's a lot to lose. So I'm hoping it's done right. I'm hoping Marvel. I'm hoping Kevin. I'm hoping Ryan Coogler make the right choices. And I just want to say thank you to everybody giving me your opinions, being respectful. Thank you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm being respectful too. I'm just not. It's hard to be. You know what I mean? I don't really have respect to the people that just hate. I don't because it's like they don't want things. They don't want to give things a chance. They don't want to support something. They don't want to you know root for something. It's just hate. I don't get it. That side of the fan base. I don't get it. Um, you said the recasters are asking for straight T'Challa and not T'Challa too, but I think they're losing because they're forgetting that Coogler is handling the third one. Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm glad. Hopefully he makes the right decision. I have no doubt he won't make the right decision. I think he will. Ryan Coogler, I loved the first two Black Panther movies. I love the second one even more than the first one. I do think that at times. You know what I mean? I think they're both great films. And I'm excited to see this third one. And yeah, I'm excited to see where the mantle of Black Panther goes and where Wakanda goes. Like this is coming from a black man. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for. I want this to be the best product, and I want them to have their minds and their hearts in the right place before they do something weird with this. So that's where I'm coming from. So yeah. You said 100% think they're gonna want to explore the T'Challa Storm relationship and set up X Men. Definitely see Feige really um enthusiastic about doing that. Yeah, about doing that. Yeah. You said you're speaking from the heart, and that's all any of us could do. Yeah, nothing but love and respect, dog. Thank you. I appreciate it, Superwise. Seriously, like I just wanted to come on here. I didn't want to be rude or anything, but I just had to. This is close. Like not gonna lie, when we were talking about last night, I was kind of like tearing up a bit. I can't lie. It's just, it feels like if I don't know. It just feels weird. You know what I mean? It feels like we kind of it's bringing up also a lot of emotion because you can't not think about Chadwick Boseman when something like this pops up, and people are just too like it's like their aren't in it. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. It feels like they're not thinking about this. If you know what I mean, I don't know. That's what it feels like. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for everybody coming in here. I'm glad I could get this off my chest. I could sleep better tonight knowing that I was able to speak my mind and talk about it, and everybody was respectful, and I'm glad to hear everybody's opinions in here. And yeah, guys, I actually have a video. It's a Marvel Legend video coming out probably later tomorrow, probably early tomorrow. I might record it tonight. It all depends because I don't know. It's like 10:38, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after here. I think I'm just gonna sit and relax after this. But I do have a Marvel Legends video. It's for the Secret Wars Iron Man Marvel Legend. I'm gonna be doing that unboxing. Actually, is the box up here? The box is not up here. It's downstairs. But yeah, that's going to be coming soon. So expect that unboxing. Also, as of right now, guys, I have other unboxings up right now over on my YouTube channel. I just posted yesterday, which we're going to go to my channel real quick and we're going to check that out. View your channel. Videos. So I just unboxed the Captain America Brave New World Marvel Legends Falcon. I just did an unboxing yesterday for that. That was a fun unboxing. And I've also been switching up my thumbnails. I'm really, really happy about that. I think my thumbnail game has been getting very, very good. Especially with the Marvel Legends. I think that's going to be like the Marvel Legend thumbnail going forward. I think I'm going to go with this kind of format. I like how I've been doing it. So I think that's what we're going to do going forward. It's crazy to think it's almost been 5 years since he's passed. Yeah, will forever be one of the great tragedies. 100%. That was a tough day for me. Tough day. Great stream, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming in here, man, and thank you for talking, and you know what I mean. Thank you for giving me your thoughts on it and your theories on it. I appreciate you, bro. Same with you, Shane. Same with you, Otto, Miguel, Jamiggy. Trying to think of some other people in here. What was it? What is it? Bethany. Just thank you guys all for coming in here. It truly, truly means the world that you guys take your time out of your day to come in here. So it really, really means the world. If we can agree on one thing, is that the new T'Challa gotta have the cap on the suit. We have the cap on the suit goes hard as fuck. You said if we can agree on one thing, is that new T'Challa gotta have the cape. Oh, the cape. Oh, 100%. That would be fire, dude, if they do that. Yes. I thought you said cap for a minute, but cape. Yes. Cape on the suit would go hard. Oh, man, that'd be sick. I agree. And that's the chances to do, like, to give us some comic stuff. So, I mean, that comic flair. 100%. I 100% agree. That'd be fire. Oh, it'd be so cool. To see that cape, too. Oh, man. Oh, it would be so cool. Dude, could you imagine, like, think about this. Like, could you imagine, like, maybe, like, Kid T'Challa, we get to see a movie or something, maybe when he's a teen, ends up finding the old suits of the Panthers before him, and ends up coming across the cape Black Panther suit, and maybe he takes it out for a spin and starts, kicking ass or some shit, and maybe uses that as a suit. That would be fire. If they want to make it where it's been around, and maybe it's like an older Black Panther suit, that would be hard. That would be sick. I don't know. That'd be really, really cool. Maybe it could be all cloth too, you know what I mean? Maybe not even like, anything with vibranium in it. Maybe it could just be like their first ever, I don't know, some cool shit. I don't know. Him jumping and hopping around with the white eyes, yeah, and the cape flowing, bro. It would go so hard. I agree. If they bring, it's known. Kid T'Challa got to be rocking the cape. You got to be rocking the cape for sure. With the white eye, I'm kind of hoping they go with the cloth look. That'd be fire. If they can make it like look how it does in like older comics, that would be sick. Yeah, man. The classic old school cloth would be fire. It would be fire with the white. Oh, it would be so sick. I would be down for it if they want to do that. I would be down for it. It would be cool. Fire. But yeah, guys, we got a video coming to later tonight or tomorrow. Keep a lookout. Also, like I said, chill streams are back. Our next chill stream will be this Friday, so stay tuned for that. I believe it's gonna be chill stream 4. Yeah, because we did 3 so far. We did 1 this past Friday for the new year. So thank you for everybody for coming in that chill stream. But like I said, we're gonna be doing chill streams every Friday at 8 p.m. EST. So stay tuned for that. That will be the next chill stream. And yeah, we're just doing a lot. We're gonna be bringing a lot more videos are coming. I got 2 more unboxings. One probably coming next week, and then another one probably coming the week after that. Or maybe I'm gonna have 2 unboxings next week. Stay tuned for that. One for the Sonic Screwdriver, Joy to the World, 2-tone Sonic Screwdriver edition, character options edition. I have that coming in probably sometime next week. I'll keep you guys posted when you'll know when I'm gonna do that unboxing. But also, I'm still waiting for my Captain America Secret Wars Cap figure, Marvel Legend, which I'm most likely going to be doing over on Patreon. So if you're interested, like, to see that unboxing, head over to my Patreon. It's a part of the $10 tier. I'm trying to get 100 Patreon subscribers over on Patreon, so definitely go do so if you're interested. Link in the description, of course, is always to the Patreon. But yeah, and also link here in the description of my YouTube channel if you guys want to go check it out. I think it's here, the link tree. Yeah, you said we stand the cape suit for real. Yes. Well, I'm excited too because we're gonna get the cape suit in the Cap game, the Cap and Black Panther game. I think it's by Square Enix, or Skydance. I think it's Skydance that's doing the game. But I'm excited. I'm excited for that, bro. I'm excited for that game, dude. I think it's called like 1943 or something like that. I think it's called like that or some shit. I don't know. I might be saying it wrong. game. I don't know. Game? No. What's the game called? I don't know what it's called. Cap and Black Panther game. Okay, yeah, 1943. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna go hard. Hard. Need that game soon for real, 100%. I need footage ASAP for that game. Footage. I need it. I want it. Yeah, because we're going to have this, which is hard. Which we'll click this real quick. I think, yeah, is there like a poster? Yeah, poster's right here. Yeah, this is hard. Oh, I need this. I need this. If it's anything like this, the kid's suit, fire. Fire. I would take it. Fire. Sick. But yeah, you said could work so well. Wakanda is so advanced, but T'Challa just want to rock the classic cloth suit for his ancestors. Back to basics. Exactly. What if he said some shit like that? Like back to basics. Let's go. It would be hard. It would be hard. But yeah, thank you guys for all coming in here. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a stream and we're gonna be doing some videos soon, so stay out for some more content. But I hope you guys have a great night. Hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.